Welcome to Words with X, where words keep us moving from day to day. Guess what, y'all? It's 2025. 2025. Can y'all believe it? But yep, it is 2025, y'all, and I'm back. I'm back behind the mic. Yes, get a clap. Yes, let's get it, y'all. Let's get into this episode. So I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all why I'm so hyped up to be back behind the mic. And why is that? Well, obviously, I love making podcasts. That should be a given. I mean, I love putting out a message for y'all to hear and think about. Messages that don't get heard or told that often or ever, really. And, to be honest, which is the premise of this episode, the peace it brings with me when I get to do these podcasts. It brings me a certain amount of peace and relaxation, but the biggest one I want to emphasize is the peace that it brings me. See, that's a word I'm sure we all hear like every day, but we don't take into consideration exactly what that is or how to achieve it. Well, and look this up if you think I'm lying or whatnot. I ain't lying. But the actual definition of the word peace is freedom from disturbance, tranquility. I'll repeat that again because I'm sure some of y'all don't go looking up words like I do. So I'll say it again. The actual definition of the word peace is freedom from disturbance, tranquility. So, to put it simply, all that means is, a more simpler way to say it, is a state where your mind and soul are calm and not weighed down by anything. That's my sum up for the definition of peace, if you will, just a little bit easier to say. So with all that and everything said, and saying all this, and I'm saying all this, because you would be surprised by how many people don't nurture their peace, but think it's just supposed to come. They think, oh, okay, I'm going to wake up today, I'm going to get peace and all that. But they don't realize you have to nurture it. And the biggest thing is figure out what brings you peace. But I even back that up one. Not just what brings you peace, how to nurture it when it comes. So I hate to break it to y'all, and I really hate to let this be out there like this, but I'm break it to you. Peace won't come if you don't let it. I mean, you could be like waking up this morning and be like, oh, I'm going to be peaceful today and all that. But if you still moving around, going to work, doing all that type of stuff, if you don't choose to let that peace come in, it ain't going to happen. That's the first thing, okay? That's just the truth. It won't come if you don't let it. And the reason I say that now is a quote I heard last year, actually. But it's a quote by Ralph Emerson. And the quote says, nothing can bring you peace but yourself. I'll say it again for y'all because I love that quote. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. And like I just said a while ago, it won't come if you don't let it. If you don't let yourself allow peace into your life, into your soul, to your spirit, to your mind, all of that, it won't come. I don't care what you do. You could be drinking and drink, having friends, all that. You could do everything you think will bring you peace, but if you don't allow it to be peaceful, if you don't allow yourself peace, it ain't gonna come. That's just the given truth. That is just the given truth. So as I said, if you don't allow yourself that peace to happen, then you can't achieve it. It ain't something instant that's going to come like these streaming service movies or iTunes downloads and all that, but something you have to nourish and feed to allow to grow after you have allowed yourself to experience peace. And that's why I've made the title of this episode, or the theme rather, is to nourish it. Because not only do you have to allow yourself the peace, you have to nourish it as well. Yes, peace can start off as small as a grain of salt. It could be like a little piece, but can grow into an entire environment if you nurture it and let it grow. And that is the given truth. I'll give you an example of that, which my wife has called, and actually some of my friends too. Every now and then, if I want to be, because I know what'll bring me peace, obviously this podcast, but other things as well. One of them is if I just turn the TV off, put my phone down, put on a little bit of music, set the right lighting, and that's peaceful. That's peace to me, and I just let my mind relax. I'm allowing myself that peace, and I'm nurturing that peace when I allow myself to enjoy that peace, or obtain that peace, rather. So, when I get that, that's a little grain of salt by turning off the TV, doing all that. And then once you put on the music and everything, I'm nurturing in it. And it's just the environment of a peaceful state now. And I'm talking about that because my wife has caught on to it. Our dog has caught on to it. Even my friends that, when I do it around them, have caught on to it that, oh, this is peaceful. It's an environment, you know. Now, don't get it twisted. Doing podcasts does bring me peace, but being December can be a busy month last year and everything. December's always a busy month for me. I don't know for y'all all. And don't get me wrong, I love doing podcasts, but because December was busy last year and everything, I wanted to allow myself to experience some peace in other avenues last December. So that's why no podcast came out last December. But I wanted to allow myself to experience peace in other avenues. I know I do, like music and everything I just mentioned before. So to kind of step back a little bit and talk about that, that's why last month no podcast came out, because I wanted to allow myself that peace, and I nurtured that peace by not coming here having to feel like I'm forced to put out a podcast. 'Cause don't get me wrong, like I said, I love podcasts. I love putting this message out there. I love, what's the best way to put it? I love putting out something that not many people talk about. So I love doing all that. But with December being so busy and everything else, I say, you know what? I'm going to nurture my peace. I'm not going to do a podcast. I'm going to do other avenues of peaceful that I enjoy that bring me peace. Like I said a while ago, the music, the environment. I was doing a little gaming. I was hanging with friends. I was enjoying the moment. So that is kind of a good wrap up when I say nurture your peace. You have to fuel it. A, you have to allow it to begin with, like I said a while ago. And B, you have to nurture it. You have to fuel it. You have to allow it to grow once you accept that you are going to be peaceful and let it happen. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this right now. Nobody can tell you what brings you peace but you. And only you can allow yourself that peace. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your grandma, not your brother. Nobody else. Nobody else. Only you. And with the world being crazy about a minute, and y'all know that's the truth. Oh my goodness. Every other day you hear a story, everything else like that. But with it getting crazy about a minute, I feel you need to be reminded to not only allow yourself to feel that peace, but nurture it as well. Long as it ain't hurting another person or yourself, nothing like that, ain't hurting nobody, yeah. Long as it ain't hurting another person or yourself, you deserve peace like anybody else. There's no reason you don't deserve peace. You can check this channel and see I allowed myself peace in December. That's a given, but I allowed myself peace last year. And I'm sending this message, this nugget, this great start to the 2025 Words with X episode catalog by getting this episode out today, out there to y'all, so y'all can hear it again and again and again, to remind yourself to allow yourself some peace and to nurture that peace when you realize what peace is for you. Why wouldn't you? Like legit, why wouldn't you allow yourself peace? And, because it just, as I said that, it just dawned on me, yet nobody says that to you. So you know what? That's legit. No one ever says you allow peace today or bring yourself peace. No one says it. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm saying it to you today. I am telling you today. Allow yourself that peace. Nurture that peace. You will quickly see how that little bit of peace, that little teeny bit, can affect your entire world. Trust me. Trust me. Well, that's another Words with X for today. I hope it got you thinking about what your peace is and you explore finding that peace. I mean, you sit down one day and just look and be like, hey, is this bringing me peace or not? And then from there, you nurture it if it is. I'm back to y'all, and I hate to say this, but I'm back to you. Life is too short, y'all, to not have peace in it at some times. So today, in this episode, hope you remember that and start fueling your peace more than you did before. I really hope you do. We all deserve some peace, and I really hope you start acknowledging and finding what your peace is and fueling it and nurturing it today. And if you did already, hope you're doing it more now than you did before. That's my message for y'all today. So happy 2025, y'all. Like I said, X is back behind the mic. I will be back with another episode soon here. And as always, remember, words is what keeps us moving.